Inside a massive warehouse filled with hundreds of thousands of books, business owner John Zubal says he knows a thing or two about politics.
I started collecting books on the modern American conservatism back in the 1980s when I was impacted in my thinking by none other than Ronald Reagan.
Even before that, he was a steadfast Republican supporter during an era when most people in Cleveland voted for Democrats.
Cleveland has been a misunderstood and I think this, so to speak, an underrated city for a large part of my lifetime. The Republicans coming here, I think, is exposing a side of Cleveland that has been hidden for a long time.
It's fantastic, and it's part of a movement that we've seen, really, of what the mood and the feel of Cleveland is overall.
Emily Lauer with Destination Cleveland, the city's convention and tourism bureau, says Cleveland is rapidly shedding its image as a post-industrial Rust Belt city. It started with the city's basketball team, the Cavaliers, hosting the NBA championship earlier this year. Lauer says even though they lost, that disappointment is somewhat tempered by the energy now generated by having the Republican presidential debate in the same stadium, Quicken Loans Arena.
And so that level of excitement that we saw with the Cavaliers, I think we're feeling that energy again.
That excitement is visible in the crowded streets around the debate venue and the lack of available hotel rooms in the city. It's not just members of the Republican Party and campaign teams, but the international media shining the spotlight on her city.
It will help us change the narrative about Cleveland throughout the country and maybe even the world.
Next year's Republican National Convention, where the party's presidential nominee is selected, also will be held in Cleveland, and Lauer predicts an economic windfall. But before the Republicans return, bookseller John Zubal needs to sort out whom he wants to support.
I would certainly like to see foreign policy being focused.
As the grandson of Ukrainian immigrants, he is most concerned about the ongoing conflict between Ukraine and Russia. He says his choice for the Republican presidential nomination will be the candidate who can best answer his questions about the Ukrainian crisis during this first debate. Kane, Farabaugh, VOA News, Cleveland, Ohio.